Hey. It's Mike Duffy here checking in from don'tgethacked.ca. Don'tgethacked.ca 24/7 technology support, PC or Mac, residential, corporate, restaurant, no matter what your business is, no matter what type of IT support you need, reach out to us at don'tgethacked.ca. Usually we are quicker and more agile to give you IT responses than your corporate IT team is. I've had twice this week, where end users have reached out because their corporate IT, the end user lives in Alberta. Two situations. End user works remotely in Alberta, and their corporate IT team is somewhere else. And corporate IT can't solve the issue. And because I know, since my network is so large, most people, it doesn't always work this way. Sometimes end user has problem and they're not allowed to hire an external IT company. I've run into this before. My friends are working for a company and they're having tech issues. I'll give them suggestions. I'll send them DIY steps to present to their corporate IT team. And if the corporate IT team is not comfortable, usually it's a Apple Mac situation. But if their employer's corporate IT team can't handle the issue, I will send the end user, my friends, do-it-yourself instructions or links to Amazon to buy the proper adapter or cable or whatever they need to get their stuff working with what their corporate IT team can't figure out. This is standard. I've been doing IT support for 20 some years. Generally, if you're a large enough business to have a corporate IT team, they're going to have limitations to their knowledge because they've been trained in ABCD and they don't have the knowledge to deal with the rest. I bring 2 decades of IT experience to the table. So everything before the internet and everything since the internet. PC, Mac, mobile devices, Wi-Fi printers, you name it, I've dealt with it. And if I haven't dealt with it, I know people where I can just call them up and they can give me solutions to your problems. So anyway, this week, twice. One was Friday, and I just got the other request today. I'm going to read it off to you. Anyway, Friday I had a service call where the end user has been shipped a new computer, and it's up to the end user to go through all the instructions. But you know what? Sometimes that's just not a good enough solution for corporate IT. You can ship somebody a computer. You might as well make sure everything is preloaded and ready to go. And you're setting up a remote support session with them. So when they receive it at their home, you step through all their setup procedures with them, get them connected to their home Wi-Fi, get them connected to their printers, get them connected to all that stuff. Because you know what? If you don't, they're going to be frustrated. And yes, corporate IT, sometimes they have magnificent call centers, and those guys and girls will do remote support with you and get your shit set up. But generally, they're not that straightforward. They're not that smooth, and it's gonna cause there's multiple situations this year where I've got clients, and the clients may be, they've got corporate IT teams to deal with, and they're like, Mike, why is corporate IT so bad? Like, I send these emails, and I've got to re-explain myself. And I'm like, you know what? Because they're doing their job as corporate IT, and maybe they're not that well versed on customer service, and they're just not that well trained. You've got a salary job, you've got X amount of requirements you have to get through the day, and then you have to realize how bare minimum the end user's IT skills might be, right? Especially when a lot of software these days is might be online in a browser like G Suite, Google Sheets, Google Docs, Word, Excel. Like a lot of people are used to using desktop apps, and a lot of IT teams now make people use online browser versions, which are not the same and can lead people to a lot of frustration. So that was Friday, was go through instructions from my IT team and show the end user the new stuff that they have to use. And I'm like, you know what? You should really just beg your new employer to give you hours and hours and hours of training, because they should be paying for your training if they're going to force you to use Windows 11 and a lot of stuff you've never even used before. Online password managers, like just a whole bunch of, there was a list of requirements. I got her as far as I could. Then I'm like, let me know, just because I've troubleshooting some home technology stuff for them and they've been clients for years. And then, people get new jobs, get sent computers. They're like, Mike, I don't even know what any of this stuff is. And I'm like, no worries. Let me stop by. Let me drop in, give you a 30-45 minute refresher on Windows 11 and all the new stuff and all the software that your new employer's IT company is requiring you to learn. And I'll be gentle, right? I'll be gentle. But I've got this other request today. Let's see if I can find it here. So yes, I'm Mike from don'tgethacked.ca, 24/7 cybersecurity, computer training. We make sure business owners and residential users have data backup plans on their computer to restore their business and their data in case of flood, fire, theft, user error, hackers, all the emergencies that could happen in your life. One emergency is going to come by one day and wipe out all your technology, likely when you don't have proper backups, and you're going to have a lot of emotional stress and hard feelings over it, maybe cause some financial stress because of whatever happens to your computer. Usually have to replace a computer. Anyway, also award-winning cybersecurity video producer over at mupoentertainment.com. We're a full-service entertainment company. We are looking for content creators. We're looking for advertisers. We're looking for investors. We're looking for people who want to become omnipresence with the platform where we can distribute, we can advertise your business, your services, et cetera, using our platform, getting your ads on our shows, because our videos are seen in 144 countries with 500,000 video VOD downloads. Anyway, so talk about how bad corporate IT support can be. This is why I'm not in corporate IT support anymore. Like, I used to be an employee for corporation, and I used to do IT support for end users. And then I realized one day it was just way more fulfilling for my life to provide my knowledge and customer service skills to the end user. And I could make a lot more end users happy if I wasn't stuck in a corporation where I helped out, 500, 1,000, 5,000 employees, right? If I was dealing with the regular public and solopreneurs and entrepreneurs and business owners, I'd have a much more fulfilling life. Anyway, so let me see if I can find this support request that came in today from a corporate IT team who cannot figure out why an end user's VPN is not working. Here we go. Got a screenshot. You won't be able to see it. Screenshot says they're using Fortinet, so they're using a VPN software. And it's like, Windows can't access a specific device path or file. You may not have the appropriate permissions to access the item. I'm assuming the end user is not an administrator on their computer, and they can't fix the VPN. But really, the corporate IT should be able to log in as administrator, uninstall the VPN software, do whatever Windows updates are required, reinstall the VPN software, and get the end user up and rolling. But the messages are pretty much next Monday or next Friday after 2 p.m. We've reviewed the computer. We've not been able to solve it. We've uninstalled antivirus. We've done this. We've done this. They've sent me a list of steps they've done. They've tried to uninstall the software. They're getting an error message. So I got a bunch of texts, but just somebody I know who I've done work for their corporation before. I just realized the IT support at this particular corporation is not very, there's probably 2 or 3 people working at this company, and don't know how many employees that they have, but I'm pretty sure everybody's working remotely from home, and their corporate IT team just does not have the depth of skill set that is required to troubleshoot every single issue that they're going to have. Should be relatively easy. Remove they've said they've tried to remove the VPN software and they're getting error messages. So worst case scenario, if Windows 10 is broken, then I'll spend 30-45 minutes. In this scenario, I'll end up setting up an appointment with the end user, trying to see if we can get remote access set up. If remote access is possible, that's great. If on-site's required, that's probably a good hour, 2 hours away, because I think they're down in the mountains somewhere in Kananaskis, but I'm not really sure. I'll have to go look at it. They sent me the address for the end user, and I'm like, I really don't want to have to drive there. It'd be much nicer if I can do remote support on Monday or Friday. So anyway, that's what we do at don'tgethacked.ca. We provide 24/7 technology support. If you call us, we have a call center. Our agents answer 24/7. You call, they book you in. I follow up with you just to verify I know what are the requirements for our service call. And that's how we go. This one was texted in, so my call center doesn't intercept any text messages. I get them directly. Same with WhatsApp. 403-471-8082. If you text me or WhatsApp me, you bypass the call center, comes to me. I find out some qualifying information. We send you a booking link for payment up front. We get you booked in. We see if we can figure it out in that first hour or remotely, or if it's going to require on-site support. In a nutshell, that's how the service works. And tech issue, big or small, we fix it all. There's nothing that we really get requested that we can't fix, except data recovery. If you've lost data, your computer's dead, your hard drive's dead, your phone's dead, we're going to recommend you go to a data recovery place, and the data recovery place that we use is going to give you an upfront they're going to look at your device. They're going to give you upfront quotes. It's up to you to approve the quote, and they do the work for you, and then we can restore the data. So only thing that's really getting subbed out, it would be data recovery work and electrical work, right? So anyway, Mike Duffy saying it's midnight here, so I will be signing off because I got to go to bed. I've just been working on editing podcasts. We finished that Christmas parade, and I've been working on finalizing some editing for podcasts that I'm producing for 2 other new members of MupoEntertainment.com. So yes, if you have a interest in launching your own podcast, or you have an existing podcast, you want to move over to our platform, hit me up, because we will make sure we get your content edited to the point where we can upload it to make you omnipresent. So anyway, I'll see you in the morning. Have a good day. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are.